Hi, I'm Tim Scheib, husband of one, father of five, realtor, and this is Behind the Sign. What is going on online? It seems like every time you see a post online, there's someone that's coming at you who's angry and mad or upset, just full of hate, full of anger. What is happening? Why does this continue to happen on all platforms? I have no idea. You know, my wife and I, about probably 3 years ago, we did some live videos and we'd put those on Facebook, and they went really well. We had good feedback from people that we didn't expect to watch them would say, hey, we saw your show last night and it was really good, enjoyed it. You know, it's something fun for the two of us to do. Really no subject at hand. We just kind of talked about real estate and talked to each other, poked fun at each other. Well then, and this is something that I think everybody needs to understand, this happened. All of a sudden we had like 1,000 people watching, and we're like, whoa, we're used to like maybe 3 or 4, right? Like 3, 4, maybe 5, 6. We had like 1,000 people, and then it jumped up to like 1,600 people. And what happened was they have these special blog pages, these private pages, or not blog, but hacker pages or trolls basically is what they were. And once they take your live link and they put it in that troll system, then everybody that's on that troll page will jump on there and just start poking fun at you, trying to get you to do stuff, and just basically ruining the entire video. Well, throughout that process, they said some pretty nasty stuff. And that kind of deterred us from going live again for a long time. Actually, we've only gone live maybe once or twice since that point. Haven't been hacked at that point, or on any of those last 2 videos, but it's just really frustrating. Like, why do people have to do that to people? Why are people in our world today so hateful to other people if they don't see things the way they do? Recently, and the reason why I'm bringing this up today is, you know, I put a TikTok on. I do all platforms, right? I'm on TikTok, I'm on Instagram, I'm not on Twitter anymore, but I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook. Basically anything that can get business out there, that can get, you know, our face out there and our brand recognition out there. TikTok's kind of a funner one. It's one that's not real important today to my business, but I feel like it could potentially be. So we got on it early. I put this video on, and I was just kind of gently poking fun at my business and how our signs get wrecked all the time. And I can't tell you how many people jumped in there and say, that's the hardest that real estate agents ever worked. Realtors suck. Realtors are worthless. That's the hardest you've worked. And I'm like, whoa, what is the point here? First of all, I'm just having fun with the video, and it had 700,000 views. So, I mean, a lot of people saw it. And of course, I can brush that stuff off my shoulders. It did frustrate me. I mean, like anybody, it hurts you a little bit because you're like, what are you talking about? I work all the time. Ask my family. Well, there you go, TikTok. My daughter got a hold of that, and she's pretty quiet, and she just went off on every one of them, which was awesome because, I mean, if there's anybody that knows how hard somebody works, it's the children, because they miss out on you. You know, they don't have you there all the time, or they know when you're home, you're stressed out because you got stuff going on with work, right? So I was pretty proud of her. She's 18, she's an adult, she can do whatever she wants, but she got after him. And that is something that was nice for me to have happen. But people just tend to troll others all the time. You know, you look at different people like TikTok and Instagram. You'll see them out there saying, I'm getting off this platform, I just can't do it anymore. Because it is taxing. I mean, when you attack someone personally, it hurts, you know, and not everybody can just brush it off. It gave me a much greater respect for those people who have hundreds of thousands of followers, because you know if they do, they probably have thousands of people who are just absolutely ruthless. They're mean. Why? I'm going to have to say the number one thing is jealousy. They don't have anything going on in their life. They have nothing that they're proud of themselves, and they see someone else doing something they wish they could do, so they attack them. You know, if this video actually gets views, I could get attacked on this one, and I personally don't care. I am confident enough in myself, and I have my people who support me and my clients and my friends, and I know that, hey, it is what it is. People are going to say stuff. They're usually people who don't really know you. And if someone does say something that I do know, I'll definitely call them up and address it, because I don't want someone thinking negatively upon me. But what I want to go after right now is the fact that those people who were attacking me, saying that you don't work very hard, real estate agents don't work hard, that's the hardest work you've done your entire life. I do have a bio video on my YouTube page that you can go check out. It explains a little bit about what's gone on throughout my real estate career. And I want to confidently say that I do work very hard. This real estate, I saw some, and the reason why I'm doing this today isn't necessarily because of me. I had those. I can talk about those. I just saw someone who had someone else comment on theirs saying that you don't work very hard. A colleague, he did a TikTok and he was combating that, right? Like someone else said, you don't work very hard. I'm like, I'm going through the same thing. And I know a lot of other real estate agents are out there, the same thing. And I'm just like, how do you know? I mean, how do you know real estate agents don't work? You have a biased point of view. You haven't really experienced an agent that works hard. We're sitting in a business, right, where we can make really good money, right? We sell a lot of homes. We can make really good money. It's not easy though. I mean, people get into this business and just think they're just going to jump in and not do anything and make a lot of money. That is false, right? That is completely false. And the consumers out there that say that to us, they have no idea. They might have that same viewpoint of that young agent that's like, hey, I'm going to get in this business, make a bunch of money. And then 6 months later, they're looking for a job somewhere else because they have made zero money. It's not easy, and we definitely have to work. So what do we do? What do you do all day? Well, let me tell you, so first off, we have many bosses. Anybody that gets into the real estate business that says, hey, I'm getting into this so that I can have my own schedule. Fake news. That is not going to happen. If you are in this business, every client of yours is your boss. They reach out to you whenever they want, and they want you to do stuff when they want you to do stuff. Yes, there are some considerate people out there for sure, but we as agents, a buyer is like, hey, this time works for me. Does that work for you? They're not necessarily always thinking that. They don't know your schedule. They don't know what you have going on, so they ask you that question. We as agents are like, yep, we'll figure it out. Yep, we'll be there. The good agents that work hard typically are like, yep, we'll make it happen. We'll make it happen. We'll make it happen. That means we're on call all the time. All the time. I got a text message at 10:20 last night. She really wanted to talk to me. I was in bed. And I spared her this time because I don't know if I gave her this talk. I spared her. I was up at 5:30 this morning. I go from 5:30 until about 9 o'clock, pretty much nonstop. Not 100% work, but always busy. And I wanted to send her a text at 5:30 and said, yeah, I'll be happy to talk to you today, but I didn't. I didn't want to wake her up in case she had it on. But we work all the time. And when someone's thinking about something, we have to engage with them. Otherwise, we run the risk of them going somewhere else, going to another agent. And the likelihood of someone leaving you over not engaging at 9 o'clock at night is pretty slim, right? It's pretty slim. But we also know that in our business, when you say, what do you do all day? Well, we could show houses to someone. Actually, just had this happen today. We could show houses to someone for 3 days, leave our family 3 nights out of the week, go do that. And then 5 days later, they text and say, oh, hey, I bought a for sale by owner. Do you know who does not get paid for those 3 nights that they left their family? The real estate agent. So that's work that we didn't get paid for. There's not many other jobs out there that are like that. I mean, you could be a car salesman, right? You show people cars, you're on the lot, you show them cars, they go to another dealership and they buy a different car. But you're on the job, you're on the clock, you're there, and it sucks when they don't buy your car. I understand that. But we're leaving our family at nights. We're multiple times. We're taking phone calls during dinner. We're doing all this stuff. And to find out they bought from another, they bought a for sale by owner. They bought from another agent somewhere just because it was convenient. It's really hard. So there's a lot of work that we do that is not seen by the public. And there are a number of agents out there that don't do a whole lot of work, right? So not only we work hard, we have a misperception, but there are also agents, just like in any job. There's people out there that don't work very hard. They don't return phone calls. They don't do this. They don't do that. And they really tick some people off. And that person that's ticked off now has that perception that every agent is that way. And that's not the case. So I guess basically what I'm doing right now is I'm standing up for myself. I'm standing up for the agents out there that are doing business, that are putting forth effort, are working. If we take an afternoon to go do something with our family, keep in mind it's probably because we worked the 3 nights before that. or we worked on Saturday and Sunday because someone had time off of work, or that's when they weren't working and they could go look. We love helping our clients. I love my job. It is difficult to leave your family to go do something. I don't care who you are. Unless your family's absolutely bonkers and you want to break and you want to get away, sometimes it's all right. But for the most part, you don't want to leave your family. You don't want to leave, the comfort of your own home to go do something on a day where everybody else has off. So, moral of the story, there are people out there that want to attack everybody. They want to, no matter what, they're just not happy in life. And I think my last one was about being happy. You got to be happy with yourself. If you're not happy and you find yourself writing nasty stuff to people, you really got to just reevaluate who you are, because it makes zero sense to attack someone you don't know. 0 sense. And there is way too much of it going on online. Way too much of it. I'm not going to change the world. What I'm saying isn't going to resonate with many of them because I don't have a whole lot of viewers. Let's just be honest. But I just really hope that if there's a time I can maybe just stop one person from writing something nasty, like in our current day, wearing masks, not wearing masks. You hear people calling people Karens all the time. There's just stuff that, just don't do it. Just take 1 second, take a breath, go, you know what, I'm going to save myself on this one. And I'm going to save the pain on the other person for this one. Because taking the high road pays off with karma. Because I'm a big believer in karma. Karma will come after you. So just be kind and enjoy life and find who you are, and just don't be nasty to other people, especially the ones that don't deserve it.